Hey, welcome to Half the Battle.
The summer of vehicles and playsets is almost over, so let's end with a bang by taking a look at a bunch of them and rank them. To be specific, the ones from the Rise of Cobra toy line.
As usual with these types of lists, I'll only be talking about toys I actually own.
You can't really judge a toy just by pictures, most of the time. I will give an honorable mention to the Pit playset just because I'm astounded they released a behemoth like that in 2009, something I thought we'd never see again after the original line ended. Also, I'm not gonna include vehicles that are just slight retools of existing vehicles, like the Rocket Pack. It's gonna be mostly original vehicles.
Also,
Normally, I try to keep these lists balanced, like 4 best and 4 worst or something, but honestly, I had real trouble finding worst entries. Most are just okay. So you're not gonna see a lot of worst toys, like the Mantis and the Wave Crusher. They were just okay.
with that said, let's get on with the ranking.
6th best, the Snarler. This vehicle made the best motorcycle list, so of course it made the best list here too. It's pretty neat. You won't see the Ninja Cycles today because I don't have those, but I'm sure they suck. 5th best, the Rock Slide. I already reviewed this a long time ago for Winter is Coming. Like Breakfast at Tiffany's, as I recall, I kinda liked it, so that's one thing I've got. Seriously though, it's a neat little snow vehicle, sleek and fast looking. 4th best,
The Cobra Gunship.
I went over this thing last week, and while I had some notes, believe me, overall, I thought it was pretty good. Go watch last week's episode for an in-depth look if you haven't already. 3rd best, the Ice Dagger. Oh, I've already reviewed this too.
Guess I'm on easy street for this video.
Oh, okay, fine. I think it's really cool, but due to the colors, it would have worked better as a Cobra vehicle. And speaking of, 2nd best, the Steel Crusher ATV. Now I know what you're thinking, it's a van. And while yes, that's true, it's a cool van. Plus, hey, the A-Team had a van, and everybody loved that thing. Also, stuff comes out and you can change it into more of a war machine, so it's also got a real mask thing going on. It's cool looking and has cool play features.
That's why it's second on the list.
And it's only now, near the end of the list, that I can finally give you 2nd worst, the Crimson Hydra. Yes, there are only 2 vehicles on the worst list, because most from this toy line were good to okay. The Crimson Hydra though, well, it's a short fat wannabe stealth fighter or bomber. It's so deformed I honestly can't tell. And yes, this is a retool of a previous vehicle, so I'm breaking my rule, but in my defense, I didn't know it was a retool until the last day of scripting, and I have to keep it in anyway because the worst list is so short. Anyway, it's supposed to be a stealth plane, but I don't think painting it red really helps with that. It looks like a chibi stealth fighter.
And the best Rise of Cobra vehicle is...
The Night Raven. It's a new interpretation of the classic vehicle, but with a completely new mold. It looks awesome and has ton of play value.
And it kinda doubles as a gun.
The Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird may have been retired in 1999, but 2 decades later, the design still kicked ass. Hell, it kicks ass to this day.
And the worst Rise of Cobra vehicle is...
The Mole Pod. It's not just that it looks silly, though it does. It's not just that they tried to reinvent the Buzzbore, already one of the dumbest vehicles from the original line, or that they felt this needed to be in a big budget movie. It's a combination of all those things, but most importantly, the thing that put it over the top for me is that for the toy, they placed a missile launcher in the thing that's supposed to do the drilling.
I mean, that kinda seems like a design flaw.
If I needed a hammer, I'm not gonna pick one with an explosive on the hammering part. So yeah, the Mole Pod tops the list. Something not even Hans Moleman would be seen dead in. Now remember, anything I've left out is because I don't own it. Or I thought it was just okay.
Do share your own favorite or least favorite Rise of Cobra vehicles in the comments below. Well, I'll see you next time everybody, and hey, why not like, share and subscribe if that's your thing.